Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are back again with a new file handling video, which is the part 2, which is a sequel of the previous live session, okay, which we had on file handling on Python. Guys, first of all, do let me know if I am audible or not. Okay, please give me the video for web development. Okay, we'll provide the link, bro. Okay, guys, tell me that if I'm audible or not. Okay, audible, sir. Yeah, okay. I get you that. Okay, let's start the class if I'm audible, okay. So, first of all, let's start with the quiz session, okay. So, guys, what do you want? You want the quiz session for, or should I just give you a brief about what we have seen, what we have uh, studied in the previous live session on file handling? Okay, quiz. So, let's do what? Let's start with the quiz first, okay. So, what we'll do, we are going to we are going to have some normal basic questions on Python, okay, yes and no questions. Okay, one is saying previous session. Okay, let's do what? Let's just first do with a quiz session, a very quick quiz session, and then we'll have a quick recap, okay? So, yeah. Okay, guys, the first question is, can Python run without using a compiler? Yes or no? So, interpreter. Yeah. Okay, I can see couple of yes, and one has given the answer. So it's basically yes. Yes, Python runs without using a compiler because Python uses an interpreter. Okay, interpreter instead of a compiler. So Python does not use a compiler. So yeah, the answer is yes. Okay, so this was question one. Okay, guys, your next question is 0 equals or equal to false in Python? Yes or no? So I'll again repeat the question. Is 0 is equals to false in Python? Yes or no? So yeah. So the answer for this question is, okay, I can see someone has replied. Yes, yes is the correct answer. As in Boolean context, if we'll take it, so 0 is treated as false. So it is correct. Okay. So yes is the correct answer. Okay, guys, your next question is question number three. That is, will print and inside the print function parenthesis Python multiplied with 0 shows Python. Okay, so will this following code inside the print function is going to give you Python as an output? Yes or no? Okay, so Saurav Gamer is saying yes. Okay, so okay, Bhagyaraj Patil is saying no. So no is the correct answer. Okay, so if you'll if you are using print and if you are multiplying anything with 0 inside print, so it is going to give you 0 itself. Okay, or actually it will not show you when you are using with means when you are multiplying a string with 0, so it's not going to give you 0, it's going to give you an empty string. Okay, if if instead of a string it is a number, so then we all know that if a number is multiplied with 0, it's 0, but if it is a string, then it is going to give you a empty string. Okay, so yeah, so no is the correct answer. So those who have said yes, it is incorrect, it will be no. Okay, one very basic question on Python. Okay, guys, that is Python case sensitive? Okay, for variable names. Okay, now guys, the question is Python case sensitive for the variable names? Okay, so please tell me that. So question number 4 is your question. Okay, I can see couple of yes in the chat. Okay, so I'll go with yes. So those who have said yes, it is correct. Okay, Python is a case sensitive for variable names, as if you write name in uppercase and again name in lowercase, so they both will be treated as different variables. Okay, so this will show you that yes, Python is case sensitive for variable names. So yeah, so those who have said yes, it is correct. Okay. Okay, now the next question is, which is question number 5, which is, does opening a file in W mode, which is the write mode, delete the existing content? Okay, yes or no? I'll again repeat the question. When you open a file in write mode, so the existing content is deleted or not? Yes or no? Okay, I can see one yes in the chat. Okay, and Vig Nuhita is also saying yes. So I can see a couple of yes in the chat. So I'll go with yes, guys. One more yes. So yeah. So yes will be the correct option here. That whenever you use write mode to open a file, and if the file already exists, okay, so basically whatever the previous content means, the existing content will be removed, or you can say it will be deleted. Okay, and the new content which you want to write in the file, that will be stored. So that is the thing. So okay, so in write mode the content is deleted. So those who have said yes, it is correct. Okay guys, so yeah, let's move to the next question, that is, now this is one of the interesting questions. Okay, let's see how many of you can give the correct answer. Guys, the question is, will read method, okay, so we are talking about file handling, will read method return data as a string even if the file contains numbers? Yes or no? Means there is a read method, okay, whenever you perform file handling. So at that time, whenever you use this method, and suppose you have a file in which you have integer, okay, integer values stored, so when we'll use this read method to read that file, so it is going to return the file contains as string or as numbers. So yes or no? Content will be as a string. Okay, the Saurav Gamer is saying that content will be as string. Okay. Okay, Subham is saying yes. Okay, so I'll go ahead with yes. So yes is the correct answer here, as we all know that whenever you're going to use the read method, what it does, whatever the file content is, means suppose if it is a number, if it is a float value, boolean value, or any other value, okay, it is going to read as a string only. Okay, so yes is the correct answer. So those who have said yes, it is correct. Okay, guys, the next question is very basic. Okay, and the next question is question number 7, which is, will print 10 divided with 3 or divided by 3 give an integer? Yes or no? So I don't know any of you have noticed or not. Means obviously if you have worked you will have noticed, but most of the people don't notice also. Okay, so what is the nature of the print functions? If you'll perform an operation like this, a mathematical operation like this, 10 divided by 3, so will it give in integer or float? Yes or no is basically. Okay, I can see Naresh is saying float, Bhagiraj Patil is saying no, Saurav Gamer is saying float, no, Suvam is saying okay, guys. So everyone, uh, no. So yes, you guys are correct. No is the correct answer for this particular question, because print is going to give you, for this particular print operation, it will give you 3.3333. Okay, like this. So it will give you the answer in basically float. Okay, you have to use the, Suvam is saying that you have to use the int. Yes, yeah, you have to, if you want in integer format, then you have to apply it like this. You have to apply over here int, you have to put it inside the int function. Okay, so yeah, that you have to do. Not function, it is a constructor. So yeah. Okay, guys, your next question is which is question number 8, and the question is, does the with open statement automatically close the file? Yes or no? Okay, I can see in the chat Naresh is saying that you can use uh, float division also. Yes, you can use that also. If you want particularly in integers, then you have many ways. You can go with that constructor thing in constructor, or you can go with the float division. Okay, it's upon you. Okay, what you're going to use. So guys, the question is question number 8, that is, does the with open statement automatically close the file? Yes or no? Okay, Saurav Gamer is saying yes. Suvam is saying no, we have to close. Naresh is saying yes. Bhagiraj Patil is saying no. Okay, guys, I think that you guys are confused. Okay, with statement, with open statements, these with and open both are together. Okay, does the with open? Okay, this with and open is together. It's basically, it will be like this. Okay, let me show you. Uh, with open, okay, as file. This will be the code. So few of you are saying yes, few of you are saying no. Okay, so those who are saying yes, it is correct. Okay, and those who have said no, it's basically incorrect. Why? Because see, whenever you use the with statement, with open and this particular syntax using with, okay, when you open a file using the with context manager, so what happens, it's basically, that is the main advantages of using with. Okay, that you don't need to explicitly use the close method to close the file. Okay, whenever you use the with to you open a file or to perform operations within the file, then what happens that it is going to automatically close the file. So yes is the correct answer. Those who have said no, it's incorrect. Okay, so yeah, I I I just felt that you guys have got confused. You guys are thinking that uh, this width is not with open. Okay, that does the width, and then this is the question. So I thought that you guys have misinterpreted the question. That's why I've just corrected it. So basically, this is okay. This is along with this width is along with the open. This width is a context manager. Okay, we are going to have a quick recap. Okay, so yeah, let's go to the next question. Okay, let's have one interesting question. Let's see how many of you can give the answer. That is, the next question is question number 9, which is basically, can you use write method on a file opened in read mode? Yes or no? I'll again repeat the question. Can you use write method on a file which is opened in read mode? Okay, using the R. Okay, so read mode. Yes or no? Okay, Saurabh Gamer is saying no, I guess. Okay. Naresh is saying yes. Okay. Okay, so I'll go ahead. I'll give you the answer. The answer is uh, for this question, the correct answer will be no. Okay. Now, why no? See, because you have opened the file in read mode. Only see, I have given you only R, not R plus nothing. Only R. So whenever you are trying to open a file in read mode, okay, using this R, then if you're going to write, if you want to perform or use some method to write on that file, so it is going to raise an error. Okay, and error will be, it will be an IO error. Okay, means IO exception, unsupported operation, something like that. Okay, we'll see, we'll try it in our problem solving section. So yeah, so basically it is going to raise an exception. So the answer is no. Yeah, Suvam is saying no. So those who have said no, it is correct. Okay, so no is the correct answer. Okay, guys, let's have one more related question. Okay, let's see, because people will get confused in the previous one. Okay, wait. So I have one more question related to the previous question. Now let's see how many you can now give the correct answer. Okay. The next question is question number 8. Sorry. The next question is question number 10. That is, will close be, means this close method, will this close method be called automatically if you open a file without with? Yes or no? Now I hope everyone will give the correct answer. Okay, let's see. Okay, I can see couple of no. Okay, one more no. Okay, so let's go with no. Okay, so those who have said no, yes, it is correct. Okay, that if you're not using with, then you must call the close method manually. Okay, it is not going to call automatically. Okay, so yeah, no is the correct answer. That's very good. Okay, guys, the next question is, that is question number 11, which is, will this particular code or operation inside the print give class int? And the operation is, we have the type function we are using. Inside the type function, we are having an arithmetic operation, that is 5 divided by 2. Okay, so will this particular code output will be class int, yes or no? Okay, I can see couple of no. Okay, float, class fold, yeah. So I'll go with no, okay, and everyone is correct. So it is basically, now only we have seen these types of question, that whenever you are going to perform any arithmetic operation inside the print, it is going to give you a float. Okay, so the type will also be float only. So it will be class float, not class int. So no is the correct answer, and very good. I appreciate. Okay, it's very nice. Okay, one more question like this. Okay, it will be a little different. Uh, okay, guys, your next question is question number 12, which is string double quote 123 dot is digit, okay, method, which is the string method, going to return true, yes or no? Okay, we have a string, and inside the string we are having numbers 1 2 3. Okay, and we are applying the string method is digit on it. So will it going to give you true, means will it going to return true, yes or no? Okay, I can see two positive, okay, one yes and one true. Okay, two positive answers. Okay, okay, so I'll go with that. So guys, I'll go with yes, and those who have said yes or true, it is correct. Okay, so yeah, question number 12 is, the answer will be yes. Now why? Because see, all the characters here are okay. Advik is also saying true. Yeah, it is true, because all the characters are in digits, and that is the role of the method is digit, that it is going to check in the string that digit is present or not. So yes, the digits are present, so it is going to give you true. So for question number 12, it's yes. Okay, let's move to the next question, which will be, okay, so guys, the next question is question number 13, which is file handling question. The question is tell function used to know the current position of the file pointer, yes or no? Now I don't know if you guys know about tell or not, but I think those who have worked in file handling or performed file handling operations using Python or any other language also. So in the languages, I think in C or C++ also there is tell function, okay, present. So yeah, so is tell function used to know the current position of the file pointer, yes or no? Okay, okay, I can see a couple of, okay, 3 yes in the chat. Okay, so I'm saying since all are digits, it's considered as true even though it's a string. Yeah, yes, okay, you're talking about the 12th number question, yes. Okay, and for this question I think okay, you guys are saying yes, and that is correct also. Yes is the correct answer. So that is the use of the tell function. Okay, that it is going to means it helps us to know the current position of that file pointer. So now what is file pointer? The file means till where you have read the file. Okay, where is your file pointed, at what part in your file? That is basically it is going to tell. We'll see. I have some of the questions based on this, so we are going to see this thing today. Okay, so yeah. Okay, guys, your next question is, which is question number 14. That is it possible to read a binary file in text mode, okay, without errors? Yes or no? Okay, no. Okay, no, not possible. Okay, I can see couple of no in the chat, and that is correct also. So for question number 14, it is no, which is correct answer. Because see, guys, um, when you are trying to read binary files, okay, I'm not talking about the text files, binary file. Then you can't go with the normal R mode, which is the read mode. Okay, it is not supported. So what you can do, you have to go with the next mode, which is RB mode. Okay, which is read binary. RB stands for read binary, which is a mode which is used uh, for reading in binary files, for performing operations in binary, for performing reading operations in binary files. Okay, then same for just like RB, there is WB also, which is write binary. Okay, which is used to perform write operations in binary. Now what are binary files? See, uh, binary files, you can call one JPG, one image file. Okay, one image in .jpg or any other format, that could be called as binary. Okay, so these types of files are called as binary files. So working on, because there are no text on them, so working with binary files you need some different modes. Okay, so that is very simple thing. Normal read R mode, W mode, and normal append mode are for the normal text files and CSV files. Okay, where most of the time you are working with the text, but whenever images, audios, these types of things will come, then you need to go with the binary. Okay, binary mode. So that is the thing. Okay, guys, the next and the last question for this quiz session will be uh, this one, which is question number 15, which is, can seek 0 move the file pointer back to the beginning of the file? Okay, yes or no? So those who know, that's very good. Now those who don't know about seek, tell, these types of functions present in file handling, so what we are going to see, these things. Okay, these are the, I'm not say advanced, you can consider them as in the advanced topic, but actually they are the intermediate, you can say. Okay, or in middle of basic and intermediate level. Okay, these topics comes whenever we talk about file handling. Okay, so yeah. Okay, Suvam is saying yes. Okay, let's see. Let's wait for few more replies. Then we'll disclose the answer. Okay. Okay, I can see one more yes. So we have a couple of, and okay, one more yes. So I think people know about this. So yes is the correct answer, guys. So you guys are correct, those who have said yes. So yeah, basically the seek function does what? It moves the file pointer, just like the tell. How tell gives you the position, the current position of the file pointer. Same thing, seek also deals with the file pointer only, but seek has the capability to move the file pointer also. Okay, so whenever you will write seek and you will put some value, okay, it's like 0 1 2 3. So what it's going to do, 0 means the initial, the beginning of the file. Okay, so it's going to move the file pointer to that position. So instead of 0, if you'll write 5, so whatever the fifth position will be, it is going to move to that location or that position. Okay, so that was question number 15. Okay, the answer is yes, and that's it. And we are all set with the quiz session. Okay, now we'll go back, and what I'll do, I'll just close this one. I'll make little bit this one now, guys. Most of you will be confused at what I'm using, because in my initial time I used Jupyter Notebook. So in the previous live session also I have mentioned, now also I'm going to mention you, for performing file handling operations, I personally prefer using VS Code. Okay, or any other, you can use PyCharm also, it's upon you. I prefer VS Code. Okay, it's upon you guys. The code will be same if you're going to use any framework. Okay, doesn't matter if you want to continue with Jupyter Notebook, it's fine. The same code will be applied there also. Okay, in the code there will be no change. So whether you are using VS Code or Jupyter Notebook, it's upon you. For my personal convenience, I am using VS Code, because here managing all the files becomes very easy. Okay, I can easily create files and folders. So because of that purpose, I'm using VS Code. Okay, other than that, there is no extra thing why I'm using VS Code. So that is the thing. Now what I'll do, I'll create one more file for today's class, which I'll name it as second.py. Okay, now this is my file, and here I put the terminal. So all the outputs you will see it over here, and I'll write the code in this section, and I'll manage all the files from here. Okay, that is the thing. This is this is the structure of my framework, VS Code, which we are going to use. Okay, so don't get confused. Now let's have a quick recap what we have seen in the previous live session, what we have performed. Okay, what were all the operations which we have performed using file handling in the first live session on the file handling topic, and then we'll start with today's what we are going to see today. Okay, so we'll just have a very quick recap. Okay, so any of you who have joined the live session now, who have not seen the previous live session or have any confusion, okay, so those who have any problem or any confusion, just quickly ask any questions. Okay, so I'll just continue. Okay, I'll just go in the flow. Any of you will having any problem, just let me know in the chat. Okay, so first of all, we have seen in file handling that how to open a file. Okay, so we have used the traditional way also and the modern approach using the context manager with also. So both we are going to see today also. So first of all, we'll continue with the traditional way, which is using the open, okay, function. So what you have to do, guys, you have to create an object, and it's not compulsory that you will name the object as file only. It can be anything, it's upon you. But remember, whatever you are using the name of the object, that will be used to read or write or close the file. Okay, so file, and now as you can see, I have already few files created in the first live session. Example, copy.txt, hello.txt, notes.txt. Okay, so same thing I'm going to do here also. I'm going to read this example.txt. Now I'll first show you that what content is already present in example.txt. Okay, so whenever I'll read it, so it will be easy for you guys to analyze that it is correct reading or not. So example.txt, this is my file. In this we have line 1, line 2, line 3, then there is one blank line, and then we have one extra line. Okay, now we'll come to our second.py file, which we have created now, and I'll show you that how you can open a file in read mode. Okay, so read mode, file is open. Now guys, this is the syntax which we follow whenever you try to open a file. Okay, in whatever mode, suppose if you want to open a file in read mode, so you have to write R. Okay, and in write mode, so you have to write W. In you want to open it in append mode, so you have to put A here, over here. Okay, now let's talk about the syntax. Okay, syntax is very simple. First the object name, then you have to use the open function. Inside the open function, it takes multiple parameters, but for now we will only talk about the two parameters which are necessary. First, the file name which you want to open. So first parameter will be the file name inside the double quotes or single quotes. Okay, along with the extension. Okay guys, this is the important thing. Not only the file name along with the extension. What is extension? Extension basically shows what is the type of that file. So the example file is of the text type, so the extension for a text file is .txt. Okay, I think everyone will know this. Okay, so same, just like txt, there is .csv also, there is excel files also, and there are different types of files. So we are going to deal with the txt files today, and in some cases, if possible, then we'll see the csv files also. But for now, example.txt. And then the next parameter which is takes is in write mode. Okay, 1 minute guys, just give me 1 minute. Yeah, sorry for that guys. There was some little. Okay, yeah, so where we were. So the next parameter is you have to give is the file mode. Now file mode means that for what type of operation you means for performing what type of operation you want to open the file. So for suppose if you want to read the content of the file, so for that there is a mode called as R, which is stands for read mode. Suppose if you have to write in the file, so then for that there is W. Okay, now there are different characteristics of all these modes. Okay, so for that this was the syntax. I hope you guys have understood the syntax. Now let's discuss about the characteristics of all the types of modes. Okay, now when you have to use which type of mode. So guys, first of all, the R mode, which I have already introduced you, which is the read mode. Now this read mode is by default. It means that if you're only writing the file name and not giving the mode, then also by default it is going to take the read mode only. Okay, so okay, then there is the write mode, W. Now the write mode, what happens when you use the write mode? See, if you have already the file name existing, suppose I have example.txt. Okay, and I have already this file with me, and I'm again opening the same example.txt file in write mode again, then what will happen? Whatever the existing content is, means this content we have with us, if you're opening the file again in write mode, okay, so it is going to remove all the existing content, means the previous content, and put the new ones. Okay, so this is what will happen when you will use write mode. And one more thing about write mode, if the file does not exist, so it is going to create a file with that name. Okay, so these are the two things about the write mode which you guys must know. Then there is append mode. Okay, one more good question is in the chat by Naresh. Can you use two modes at a time? It will generate error or execute. Yeah, bro, I'm coming with that. We have special modes with us. Okay, R plus, W plus, and A plus, in which you can perform multiple operations. Okay, means both reading and writing, both you can do. So let's wait. Okay, so this was about the write mode. Then there is append mode. Okay, now guys, in append mode what happens? In append mode, basically when you have the file with you, means the file is already existed, okay, and you want to add something at the end of that file, then this mode is good. Then you can prefer to this mode, append mode, okay, or not prefer, you have to go with this mode only, okay. So the append mode, and with the append also, in the end, add in the end, it is clear. Now in the append mode also, one more thing is there. If the file does not exist, okay, and you have opened the file in append mode, so it will create a file, okay. So same thing happens with append mode also, if file does not exist. Then guys, there is one X mode, which is exclusive create, okay. So this X mode is basically for creating files in any location. So yeah, so there is one X mode which is exclusive for creating a file. And then now then the answer for the question, R plus, okay. Now guys, if you have to open a file and you have to perform both read and write operations simultaneously, then you can go with the R plus mode, okay. Then there is W plus mode. If you have to if you are using this mode W plus, okay, so what will happen, see, whenever you are using this W plus mode, so first write and then read. One more thing, when we are using this W plus mode, again the same thing will be, the same characteristics, the same characteristics will be followed for the, just like we are following in the W mode, in the write mode, which is, if the file already exists, so it is going to overwrite the content, and if it does not exist, then it is going to create it, okay. Then in a, then the next is the A plus mode, which is append and read. It opens the file and adds something at the end, okay. It does not deletes the previous content, so it adds the new content in this with the previous content, okay, at the end. So these are few modes, okay, which we have seen in the previous class, okay, previous live class, okay. And yeah, that's all. Now let's come to the coding part, how you will read a file. So this is the syntax, or you can say this is the code which will be used to read a file. Okay, file equals open. Open takes two parameters. First the file name with extension, and second the mode. I want to read the file, so that's why I have used the read mode. Okay, and now I want to read the content present inside example.txt. So first of all, I have to mention the file object, which is file. Then I have to use the method, which is the read method. So read, okay, and I have written this file.read method inside the print, so that it will print in our terminal, okay, or in our console, both you can say. I'll, because I'm using VS Code, I'll say terminal, okay. And let's execute the code. So now when I've executed the code, you guys can see it, line 1, line 2, line 3, then the extra means the line, and then the last line, which is the one extra line. And I've already showed you also example.txt. So the same content, exactly the same content, you have just printed it in your terminal, okay. So means successfully we have read our file, okay. So that is the thing, and let's go ahead. Now for reading a file, guys, there are multiple ways, okay. So this was one of the way. Now instead of read, what you can use, there is one more method called as read line, okay. So when you're using file.read line, so then the output will look like this, okay. It will read one line at a time, so it is going to read only one line. So if I want to read one more line, so I have to give this 2 times, okay. So now it will give you line 1 and line 2. If I want to read the third line also, so I'll again give this, so line 1, line 2, and line 3, okay. So this read line method is used to read one line at a time, okay. I hope that is clear. Now guys, one more method is there, which is when you want to read all lines in a list, okay. When you want to read all lines in a list, so then there is a method called as read lines, okay, the plural form. Now it is give you all the lines in a list. So as you can see, line 1, line 2, line 3, then the extra line, okay, means for that we have the escape character n, which is stands for the new line, and then the last line which is called as the one extra line, okay, that we have. So this, whenever you are using read lines, so it is going to give you all the lines in a okay. Naresh, can you Naresh full is saying 3 will generate error, asterisk 3 will generate error. I'm not getting you, brother. Can you elaborate more on the question? Okay. So this was all the types of reading, guys. Okay. There is one more type of reading, which is you can use a loop to read. Okay. You can use a loop to read inside the file. That we'll see in some moment. Now let's focus on. It's very simple. Also, suppose, see, this is there. So for I in, okay, like this. You don't need to use the read line. If you want to read a file, so you can use directly a loop. Okay, so for I in file, print I, so it is going to print each line for you. Okay, as you can already see. So this is how you can read line by line, okay, using a loop. So this is also one way for reading a file. So there are totally 3-4 ways in which you can read a, okay, read a file. And if you want to see it in more details, you can go and watch the first live session which we have. Okay, it will be on our channel. I'll just paste the link after the class, so you can go and watch that. So yeah, now let's focus on how to write in a file. Okay, for that, what I'll do, guys, I'll just change the name of the file as demo.txt, and I'll remove this reading context. Okay, so demo.txt, because I don't have any file with demo.txt. Okay, you can see it over here. And now I'll change the mode, so I'll use the W mode. Okay, so I'm opening a file demo.txt which is not there, so I'm using write mode, so it will going to create a file called as demo.txt that you will already see, okay, when I'll execute the code. And what I'm going to write inside this is, I want to write hello Python \n, because I want that whatever I'm going to write next, that should be in the next line. Okay, because of that I'm adding \n in end of whatever I want to write in the first write, using the first write method. Okay, hello Python. And then the next thing what I am going to write is that file handling is easy. File handling is easy. Okay, so this is the next thing which I'm going to write. And now this next thing which is going to be written in the next line, because in the end of my first write method I have used escape character n, which is going to do what is going to put, means the file pointer at the new line. Okay, so this file handling is easy will be written in a new line. I hope everyone is getting my point. If any confusion, you guys, you can let me know in the chat. Okay, and now guys, I want to notice here that there is no demo.txt, and when I'll open the file in write mode, if the file does not exist, so it is going to create one file called as demo.txt. So please see here. Okay, now you can see demo.txt has been created. Okay, and let's go and check the content. So hello Python, file handling is easy is there. Okay, very nice. And let's do what, let's create one more code to read the file. So I'll just copy it and paste it over here in read mode and file. Okay, print file dot read and file. dot close. Okay, so I'm opening the file first for writing. Now one more thing I want to show you guys is, now guys, you can see that the previous content is this in my demo.txt, and what I have told you that whenever you are using write mode, and if you have already, it means if the file does not exist, the write mode is going to create the file that we have seen it. Now one more thing, if the file does not, if the file already exists, then it is going to overwrite the previous content and put the new content. Okay, so I'll do what, I'll just change the content to Java now, and I'm again going to run this whole program. Okay, but this time I want to read the content also, that's why I've added 3 more lines. Okay, and I've changed the content. Basically earlier it was hello python, so in demo.txt there is hello python only, but now I want hello Java, and file handling is easy. Okay, let's see the content gets overridden or not. Okay, so yeah, and guys, you can see it over here, hello Java, file handling is easy. For double checking purpose, I'll just show you this also, demo.txt also, as you can see, from hello python it is hello Java now. Okay, so basically the file, the previous content, the existing content gets deleted and the new content get added there. Okay, when the file is already there, and if the file is not there, means if the file does not exist, then a new file will be created. Okay, so this was the two ways of the, or the two characteristics of the write mode. Okay, now let's check or let's have the next mode, that is append mode. Now see guys, in append mode the code, the syntax, everything is same. The difference is only in the execution, what will be done in that. See what will happen in write, if the file already exists, then whenever we are using write mode, the content will be deleted. But now in the append mode, the content will be added. So now what I'm going to do, I'll again change my code from hello Java to hello Python, and file handling is easy using Python. Okay, so previously in demo.txt I already have hello Java, file handling is easy, and now what I'll do, I'll again add some now I want to add in the next line hello Python, and file handling is easy using Python. Okay, and now I want to add it at the end of the previous existing content. Okay, let's see if that is performed or not. So now you can see whenever I've executed the file, hello Java, file handling easy, these are the previous content. The next new content is hello Python, file handling is easy using Python. Okay, so this is the append mode for you guys. Okay, and yeah, that's it. So this is how you will use the write method. Okay, to write inside the file, and using the escape characters, guys, this is, I prefer, see, the use of these escape characters are very important whenever you want to perform some operation, or you want to write in your file, because this escape characters make sure that how you want to put your data in your file, means how it will look like. Okay, so that is dependent on this escape characters only. Using of escape character, new line, using of space, backslashes, and tabular space, these things. Okay, we'll see it. So that is there. Now guys, this is a traditional way. Okay, yeah, this is a traditional way. So I'll just comment I'll comment all these out, and now let's focus on the best practice. Okay, which is using the with statement. Okay, so the same thing we are going to do, we'll use, but now we don't need to explicitly use the close method, because using this technique it automatically closes the file. So example.txt is there, I want to open it in read mode. Now this is the syntax, as file. Okay, initially we were writing file equals to open, here we are writing as file. Now this gives us you a block. Okay, a block to work with this. So file dot read, and then print content, and the same contents which we are already there in example.txt will be read. And if you want to read the content of demo.txt, so here is that hello Java, file handling is easy, and whatever the next lines are. Okay, so this is, see here, we are not using file.close because it automatically gets closed. That is the main thing, the main advantages of using this with. Okay, now one more thing guys, which we have seen, this was how you can write in a file using a mode, using r mode, using w mode, and how you can read from a file using this r mode. Now all these methods, just like read line and read lines, all these will be used. Okay, so no need to worry. Okay, the next thing is check the existence of a file, that if a file is present at that location or in our directory or not. Okay, so for that guys, we will need the OS module, okay, which is by default present, so you don't need to explicitly install it, it's already present in Python package. Okay, so import OS if os.path dot, okay, exists, and then you have to give the path, or if it is in the same directory, so you have to give the file name example.txt, and then whatever you want to print. So I want to print that file exists, so that will be there. Oh. Then in else, what we will do, will basically now say if the file is present, then well and good, if it is not, then file not found. Okay, let's check it. So yeah, we know that example.txt is already there, so it is going to give you file exists. If I'll write example1, so then it will give you file not found, because we don't have any file called example1. Okay, so yeah, that is there. Okay, so this is how you'll check that if a file exists or not. Then next thing is, which we have seen, how to delete a file. Okay, I don't know which this deleting a file we have seen or not, but now we'll see it. Okay, so for that again you will need this line, which is import OS. So I'll keep this line, and again you have to use os.path. Okay, so in OS module there is one class called as path. In that there is, again you will use the exist. Okay, and in exist you'll write the file name or the whole path of the file, okay, which you want to delete, so example.txt. And then there is one method in the OS which is remove. Okay, so you will use remove, and inside the remove again you have to write the file name which you want to remove. So example.txt is the file which I want to remove. Print. Okay, then you can print a message also, that file deleted, or in the else part you can give a default message. If the file does not exist, then file does not exist. Okay, let's see it. So file deleted, and you can see example.txt is gone, is deleted, is removed. So this is how you can delete a file. Okay, and that's it. And if I'll again execute the codes, then it will say file does not exist. Okay, so yeah, that is there. Now guys, this was all which we have seen in the previous live session. Okay, so this was a quick recap which we have already seen. Okay, now what we are going to do, let's see today's, okay, what we are going to learn today, new things about on file handling. So let's focus on that. So let me create one more file, second1.py. Yeah, so basically what we are going to do, we'll do uh, now first of all, let me clear the terminal. We'll work with the file pointers. Okay guys, file pointers, which we have some of the questions were in the quiz session also about tell and seek. Okay, so now we'll see seek and tell, okay, that how they work. So let's do what with open, and let's open the demo.txt which we have just created now, and we'll open it as read mode, as file. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'll read the first 5 characters, then I will know the current position, and then when I'll get the current position, then I'll again move the file pointer to the beginning of the file. Okay, and then I'll read again 5 or what you say, again 5 characters. Okay, and let's see what will be the output. So first of all, print file dot read, and inside read I'll write 5, so it is going to read only 5 characters, the first 5 characters. Okay, then I'll again use print function, and this time I'll use a string to know the current position of the file pointer. So, and then I'll write file dot tell. Okay, so tell is the method which is used to know the current file pointer position. Then I'll again use one more print, or not print, then I'll use the file dot seek to move again back to the beginning of the file. Okay, means move pointer to the start. Then I'll use again print read 5. After seek. Okay, so that the output should be neat and clean and understandable. Now you can see hello. Okay, so hello was the first HELLO, then the current position is 5, then after seek again we are getting hello. Okay, means what happens, the file pointer again moves to the first beginning of the file, and then again we read the same thing. Okay, hello. So this is how the file pointer, means working with the file pointer, works. Okay, using tell and seek. Now for the next operation guys, what I need, the next operation, so this is basically, I'll just give a comment, working with the file pointers. Okay, next thing will be, we'll see the binary file handling. So basically we'll work with the images, videos, or non-text data. So what I'm going to do, for that I need an image. Okay, so guys, just give me a moment, I'll just bring out one image. So this is one image, I have put it in my directory. Okay, now what I'll try to do, I'll first open this image in read binary mode. Okay, I'll read it, then I'll again open one more file. Okay, and in that I'm just going to copy this, means read the file content and then write. Okay, so using read and write, I'm going to copy the image. Okay, let's see how we can do that. So let's just open the file quickly. So my file name is, okay, I think I have chosen the wrong file. It's very, the name is very big, k2 underscore sec2. Okay, it's basically one of my files I have used in my web applications. Okay, what, this is one of the images which I have used. So okay, yeah, that's it, and I'll open it as source. So with open k2 underscore sec2 dot jpg, I'm opening it in read binary mode. Okay, and I'm opening it as source. Okay, then I'll again use open, and I want to copy this image. So I'll do what, I'll create one copy.jpg. Okay, and I'll open it in write binary mode. That's it, and I'll just name it as test. Okay, so what I'll do in test, okay, open spelling is wrong. Okay, yeah, now in I'll work with this test. So test dot write, so I want to write inside this test. Okay, means I want to write in the copy.jpg. Now what I want to write, I want to write what I have read in source. Okay, what is present in the source. So whatever is present inside the this file k2 underscore sec2.jpg, that I'm going to read, and that whatever the read thing is, we are going to write it inside the test, and test belongs, means test is denoting the copy.jpg. So basically we will do what, we'll perform a copy operation on our image. Okay, and let's see if it works or not. So I'll just execute this. Okay, and the whole code has been successfully executed. So let's see if we have created one copy.jpg or not. And as you can see, the copy.jpg is same as my image. Okay, now guys, this is not only for the image. Okay, if you have any video also, so just know the extension of that video and you can just copy paste a video. Okay, and if you have any non-text data, if you have with you, you can use the read binary mode. If you have some audio files also and you want to create a copy of that audio file, okay, so you can go ahead with reading in binary and writing in binary. Okay, so I hope you find it and you find this code good, helpful for you guys. Okay, now guys, I'll show you that suppose if you want to means work with multiple files at the same time. Okay, if you want to work with multiple files at the same time, then how you can do that. So for that, I'll just need what, I want to just comment these lines. Okay, and the next topic is, that is uh, for that guys, you have to use one file input module. So file input for multiple files. Okay, so using this, what you're going to do, we are going to perform efficiency. Perform means it will give you, it will be efficient when we are reading multiple files line by line. Okay, so all we need to import, first of all, file input. Okay, this one. Then for line in file input dot input, and in this you have to mention all the files. So let's say you have the files. The first file will be demo.txt. The second file is Let's say which one? Hello. Okay, let's say hello.txt. Hello.txt colon. Okay, wait. Let me just give you a toggle. Yeah, and then we'll print the line, and we want to remove the extra spaces, so that's why I'll use a strip. Okay, it is a string method. So yeah, let's see the output. Okay, now guys, as you can see, if you want to read multiple files line by line, so first of all, let me show you the content. Okay, what is the output? Hello Java, file handling is easy. Hello Python, file handling is easy using Python. Hello world, Java is awesome. Now I'll show you both the files. So this is my demo.txt. Okay, so 4 lines are present in demo.txt, and this is my hello.txt. Hello world, Java is awesome. Now, because first I have mentioned demo.txt, so first 4 lines are of the demo.txt. Okay, not the first 4 lines, only 4 lines were present in demo.txt. So all the contents from demo.txt we got it. Okay, we bring it up, we just bring up here, and then the next 2 lines are of the hello.txt. So this shows how you can read it line by line. Okay, multiple files, so that is there. Okay, then and not only with only 2 files, if you want to mention more file names, if you have more files which you want to read continuously, so you can mention more files. Just put a comma and just give the name of the file, and it will be, or whatever operation you want to perform, you can perform it. So that is there. Okay, okay, so guys, with this we are done for this session. Okay, now we'll do what? Now we'll solve few questions, means few problems based on what we have learned today. Okay, so let's go to the problem solve.py file. Okay, and first of all, I'll just put the problems over here, and then we'll find the solutions for that. Okay, so the first problem is that how do you read only the first 10 characters of a file and then print the file pointer position? Okay, now this one is very easy, I think, I guess. Okay, and first of all, let me do like this. Yeah, so guys, your question is, how do you read only the first 10 characters of a file and then print the file pointer position? So first of all, what you have to do, you have to come up with this with open. You'll open the file. Suppose if you want to open demo.txt, and in which mode? So in read mode, as f. Then what you'll do, you will just create a txt or any variable in which you will read only the first 10 characters. Okay, and then let's just print first 10 chars text, or it's txt, and then just print the file pointer, which is pointer at and ftl. Okay, that's it. Let's just execute the program and let's see. So as you can see the output over here, hello comma space and jav, it was actually Java's, but the 10th position maybe will be ending at v, so we are at this only, and then the pointer is saying 10. Okay, so we have successfully read the first 10 character of a file and then printed the file pointer. Okay, now guys, the next question is, I'll just comment this out, and the next question is, how do you move the pointer back to the beginning? Okay, how do you move the pointer back to the beginning after reading some content? Okay, so now for solving this problem, I'll need what? I'll just need these two lines. Okay, so I'm not going to write it again. I'll just copy it from here. Okay, and let's say we are working on demo.txt. So we just read the 5 characters. Okay, some content. Then we'll use the fseek and we'll move to the 0 position. Okay, and let's ask the tell. Okay, I'll just print it, and the next thing which we'll do is f.read, and again we'll try to read the first 5 characters. Okay, so let's see if it is reading the first 5 characters or not. Okay, we have to print this also. Now as you can see in the output, hello, then ftell, then fseek moves the pointer again to the first position beginning, so ftell is giving us 0, and then again we are reading the same content, which is hello again. Okay, okay, now guys, sometimes you must have a situation like this, that you want to skip some characters. Okay, and then after some characters you want to start reading the next 10 or next 5 characters. Then what you will do? Okay, so our next problem is based on that only. So our next problem is basically, how do you skip the first 20 characters and then read the next 10 characters? Okay, so for this again I'll need these two lines, so I'll just uncomment this. So I'm opening again demo.txt, but now let's read the question again. How do you skip the first 20 characters? So before reading we have to skip the 20 characters. So how we are going to do that? So f.seek, okay, 20. So this is going to directly move the file pointer, skipping all the characters to at the 20th position. Okay, and then we have to read the next 10 characters. So now our file pointer is placed at the 20th position. So if we will read the 10 characters from now, so what will happen? We'll read the next 10 characters, skipping the first 20 characters. So, and that is the thing which we want, so we'll do that. So you can see a and means whatever the pointer is, means whatever the text we are getting is basically handling. If we'll make it 19 over here, and if we'll make it 19 over here, and then if we want to read 10, then it will be handling. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Okay guys, the next question is, now I like this question because it is very you can't say unique type of question, but yeah, actually it is very impressive. So the next question is, guys, how do you find the total file size using seek and tell? Okay, so using these two functions or methods, you can say, how you can find the file size. So what you have to do with open demo.txt, we'll open it in read mode F, as we are reading it as F, and what we are going to do, we'll basically directly move to the end of the file. Okay, so writing this will do what? It will move the file pointer to the end of the file, to EOF. Okay, end of file. And then what we'll do, size equals to, we'll tell f dot tell, and then we'll print. Then we'll print first of all that file size in bytes, and then size. Okay, let's see what's the output. So it's basically the file size in bytes is 89. Okay, so we have total 89 characters. Okay, so I think guys, let's keep this much only for today. Okay, and we'll see you in the next live session. Probably it will be tomorrow. Okay, at the same timing. Okay, so we'll start at the same timing, and we'll try to I'll try to come up with new questions, new advanced questions on Python file handling. So that's all for today. Thank you all for joining, and I hope you guys came to know some new things about file handling, and it was a good interactive session. So again, thank you to all of you whosoever has joined this live session. Okay, so yeah, that's all. Thank you.